Wait a minute. That's more like it. Much better. Alright, motherfuckers. Time to put on your tinfoil hat. You're not even posting this for money. You don't even have a blue check mark. Who the fuck are you doing this for? So initially, this video was around the Knicks fans who were leading a holy crusade against anyone who dared to like an opposing basketball team in a basketball game and rendering people unconscious in comas, beating them up, robbing them, killing a child, etc. And then something more important came up on my timeline. Oliver Tree passed. So because I use social medias like Twitter, Reddit, and things that normal people use, of course, like myself, I found all kinds of disgusting garbage. People are just insufferable. I don't know if this is like dead internet theory coming to fruition, but I can't handle this amount of stupidity. Before proceeding with these mentally ill people, I'd like to recommend that you hit the subscribe button with notifications on, like the video. Please, any feedback or recommendations that you have for me in the comments is greatly appreciated. It helps me improve on content. And of course, it does get the video recommended to more people. TLDR, in 2017, a K-pop performer had passed, and in 2019, Oliver Tree's social media management team had decided they were going to superimpose an image of Oliver Tree over the memorial for the K-pop performer, and it lead to these mentally ill, sick freaks running amok and celebrating a horrific accident. You know, you just see something absolutely so backwards, and the only thing you can think of is, what the fuck is going on inside of that noggin? Is it just a marble rolling around in there? If you were any more inbred, you son of a bitch, you'd be a ham sandwich. I know it's not my usual style of content to go ahead and insult people or throw things up in the air. I like to dissect and break down site sources. My source is you're a fucking Wawa hoagie. Elon, dog, we gotta talk. If you type in anything that's popular, anything that's trending, especially if it's trending or popular, words or phrases, hell, if you go to Twitter right now and type in the number 60, what do you think you're gonna see everywhere?
What the fuck? Holy shit, dude, what's the matter? What happened? What's going on? There's so much porn!
I'm so tired of, like, looking anything up and then just seeing that shit on my timeline. Like, I want you to just think about this for a moment. Just for a moment. Just bear with me here. Someone you go to work with or someone you go to school with every day probably posted this. Like, there's normal people who look at this and they're like, well, that's strange. That's odd behavior. And then you realize not everyone's normal. There are people who look at this and they're like, you can't convince me it's for engagement bait. This guy doesn't have a check mark, just like the last four. No one has a check mark here. This guy's talking about Jesus being on the cross because Oliver Tree was crucified on a fucking scooter, dog. Jesus was not the only one who was out there balling in the field stuck to a cross. I'm not a huge Oliver Tree fan. I think his music's pretty decent, but it's not my thing. You know, I'm more of an old school hip hop kind of guy. So if any of you out there try to talk out of your neck, I swear to Christ, and say some like, I'm an Oliver Tree defender or meat rider, right? You're smoking crack and your ass is getting put in a padded cell. That's just the part that pissed me off initially. That's not even the part that really got me. It was the conspiracy theorists. And I'll be honest with you, I like a little conspiracy theory every now and then. I like to joke around. I like to have some fun. You know, Bush was actually the one flying the plane.
You like to have fun too?
I mean, you know, you're asking about me? I mean, yeah, I like fun, yeah. You know?
Oh, yeah?
I already said yes.
But sometimes, I gotta be honest, you're just saying words. You're just saying nonsense. Some people are straight up just lying to lie. Not even engagement bait. You know how, like, you hit a certain point in your life. For me, it was like 8th grade where just lying just didn't do anything, right? And you realize, like, I really get nothing out of this. So I'm done. Like, it's nonsense. I'm gonna start growing up. These people never got that. This is extremely sad, but Oliver will get his due mourning. There are children in Palestine being blown up right now. Hold on, do you hear that? That's silence? That's the sound of you being a cornball. You can care about more than one thing at a time. Did you know that? Revolutionary thing. I know. I'm bringing fresh shit to the table. You can care about two things. Two big events can happen on the internet at the same time. We know, dude. We know that's just been happening. We know that's just been happening for years now. Thanks, obvious shit guy. Oliver Tree predicted his future by multiple music videos. No, he thought he was the immortal. What? Oliver Tree called out the world order, then dies in a freak helicopter crash only days later. This one could have been genuine rage bait, but I think it's just weird to try and do rage bait on. It's talking about pay close attention to the way Oliver Tree's helicopter falls out of the sky. And it's just a video of a helicopter falling out of the sky, obviously. But it's like, I love vague posting. I love saying things that don't mean anything. Like, are you engagement baiting on a dude who just died, right? Are we serious? What? Oliver Tree sensed something because in his videos they always killed him off in an accident or falling. Brother, that's like I'm not a genius or anything. I'm not a rocket scientist, but a quick Google search told me that he just liked dark humor, right? It really wasn't that hard. I actually went through a couple of his socials posts. He's just a dark humor kind of guy. And as well as, not to mention, a lot of his music and a lot of his content, a lot of what he put out there, had themes of like morality and what it meant to mortality and what it meant to be alive and life going on. There's literally a song that just has the lyrics repeating, "Life goes on."
Are you all high?
Genuinely, from the bottom up, the same logic. If Keanu Reeves had to drop a man in self-defense with a firearm, someone would go, "Yo, Keanu Reeves, when he played John Wick, he predicted he would have to drop somebody." There are people that you will meet in your life. I already know people that I've run into them. There's no convincing these people. Once they get enveloped in this idea that they're a part of something bigger than themselves, they latch onto it so hard because I don't know if it's something to do with they can't handle reality. They can't handle the fact that they're actually a small piece of a larger world. They think that being a part of something bigger is all that they will have. So they will latch onto it and hold firm. I know somebody, shit you not, who believes they somehow parked the planes inside the building on 9/11 because there were no plane parts left over. How in the fuck? Now, this mostly stems from a theory that his label is coming back to get him. They had split in part ways. I'll get into more of that in just a moment. But I think that's not entirely unreasonable to draw from. The problem I do have is no sources and no evidence other than him and the label had beef. Therefore, the label paid a guy to fly a helicopter and kill 6 people. When you put it like that, it sounds a tad ridiculous. And there's people taking this and just running with it. And like, I've seen YouTube like titles straight up say they offed Oliver Tree because he was going to reveal this crazy crash setup. And yeah, it's true. They had beef. Him and the label had beef.
And I'm parting ways with Atlantic Records. Behind the scenes has been nothing short of a nightmare. I have no marketing budgets for music videos, no digital ad spend. Nobody really cares in the building, it seems like. I made a lot of money for Atlantic Records, and they don't seem to remember that. I have gotten no support. They forgot to ingest multiple songs into the system, which means the songs didn't come out. I had a Valentine's Day breakout song that didn't even get released because someone forgot to put it in. I don't really understand how that's possible. I've made them tens of millions of dollars, but they don't remember that. So, the music is owned by them. The remainder of the music will not be coming out. I will always continue to make music. Thank you for everyone who supported me. I can't wait to release more music at some point at a later time, but for now, there is nothing on the horizon. I'm so sorry, and I love you guys. Thank you.
Look, don't get me wrong. I understand where some of it's coming from. It's, we're dealing with a lot of just blatant in-your-face BS right now, with the U.S. government in particular, the U.K. government. I mean, hell, governments across the world, with representatives getting exposed for being absolute degenerate freaks, being held by corporate entities, individuals who exist within corporate entities just having their fingers within everything and blatantly trying to ruin everyone around them or trying to suppress or I'd say pacify you on a day-to-day basis. And there's a bunch of evidence for that. A bunch of that. However, for this one, we don't really have that. You know, planes and helicopters tend to crash into each other every now and then. It happens. And then you're left scratching your head like, yo, how? Right? It happens, but how? Don't get me wrong, I understand where it's coming from. I totally do. I get it. But when people are making entire videos based off of extremely little evidence, like the clip I just showed you right there, that's what they're using as evidence, is like their smoking gun, that he was going to expose the industry. No, he just split off from the label. Like, what would he have exposed? Please, I would like to know if there's more that comes out. later down the line, yeah, I'll probably make a follow-up video, and I'll nail the hammer down. Yeah, sure. Maybe exposing them for being like dirtbags or dirtballs or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. If you have any opinions on the whole situation, or any feedback for the content overall, any suggestions for what I should cover, should I get into, what edits, etc., let me know. The engagement helps me improve on the content, as well as provide you guys what you're looking for, and it gets the video recommended to more people. Like the video, stick around with the subscribe. I'll see you around. Take it easy.